Holy shit.
Feeling like the chair. Get going in the beginning and then just kind of fizzle out at the end.
Yeah. Haven't broke these damn things yet, which I'm impressed with.
Yeah, no. They're still going, buddy. Fucking 103 episodes in.
That's a tough piece of furniture. 103 episodes of the Whiskey and Wine podcast with us going up and down and farting on them and everything else horrible that we've done to these things.
Yeah, no, this one gets a A+ plaque because, I've done some shit in this chair.
Yeah, what are we gonna do when we have to retire them? We're gonna have a funeral outside.
I don't even want to think about that. But it's gonna be a sad day.
Yeah, well, but that means we'll just upgrade to the sit to stand ones that also massage us, and then when we're done, they help us stand up.
Yes, those functions will be needed.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to just keep upgrading. Well, welcome to the Whiskey and Wine podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm Big Mike.
Yes, as you heard, episode 103, burning through these numbers.
That's right. One at a time, buddy. One at a time.
We're recording a little earlier this week only because we've got a dance comp again this weekend, and you've got stuff going on. So
the mom's birthday, and then the Seahawks game, and there's just a lot of stuff coming up this weekend.
Man, I appreciate your energy when it came to maybe we should all go up to Seattle and just party up there and everything else, but when reality came crashing down, I was fine with us not going up to Seattle for the day.
Yeah, no, it was, we got wrapped up in the moment last game, and, after the alcohol wore off.
None of us, started a text string, are we doing this?
No.
Every last one of us was like, oh, that would have been a long time.
Dude, it sounded fun. I had two buddies that I knew, one at Tap and another one that was at the game last weekend, and they said it was epic, right? And just the crowds and the energy and all the bars, and I'm like, dude, I don't even want to. I mean, yes, of course, I'd love to go to the game, right?
Yeah.
I don't have the funds to afford the playoffs. So it was like, well, maybe we just go up there and you're still, a part of all the pregame and at the bar and watching at one of those old dive bars right by the stadium would be fun, especially if there was a win, everyone coming and partying. But, after it sounded really good.
It sounded like such a good idea.
Amtrak, we looked at tickets. It was going to be like $91 round trip. None of us would have to drive. And then it was like, oh, God, so we're going to have to get up there, belly up to a bar for pretty much the entire day.
Yep.
Because the game's at 3:30, right?
Yep.
So we would have had to get there by, I think the Amtrak put us at 10. So that means drinking in the bar car up there.
Yep.
Drinking at a bar stool from 10:30 to, probably 7:30. And then I think the train coming home was until 10. So after we actually thought about it, we're like, all right, so cheap, $91 train ticket.
Yep.
$600 bar bill per person.
Yep.
Oh, and the bar car for breakfast, and then Bloody Mary. Yeah, no, I'm just going to watch it at home on the DVR that I can pause if I have to pee.
I mean, oh, God, we were all like, God, that'd be so epic. It'd be so much fun. Find a bar with pool tabs, and we'll drink and gamble and everything else. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. No. Who's not making it home? Who's not making it to Amtrak on time? What happens when we all don't make it to Amtrak on time, and then we're stuck in Seattle on a very expensive night?
Very expensive night. Plus just the length. Like I said, driving, it's pretty easy drive, but the Amtrak does make, but it's like, dude, we would have had to been, the train boarded I want to say around 8 if I remember correctly.
Holy
and then you're
shit.
not getting home till after midnight. And it sounds like a marathon that it would be fun, but no. We're not.
No.
We're not putting that together in the next 2 or 3 days.
Also, I don't entirely know that my body would survive that. That's a lot of booze.
Yeah, no, those days that's kind of the sad part. Take out the train, but that's pretty much when we do a
Dance comp.
well, no, I was the Cleveland Browns game with
Oh,
McCurdy.
yeah.
We usually get to the hotel about 8 if we're staying with his pops and check in. We don't even get to see a room. So we literally drop the car, drop the bags, straight to the hotel bar by, 8:39. Get a few Bloody Marys in us, go to our favorite little restaurant, grab this gut bomb sandwich,
Yep.
go to bars, tailgate, games at 1, and then it's like we stagger back to the room at 4-ish, and we, depending on if we're soaking wet, if it's raining, or sweaty if it's hot, we'll do some shit in the room, re-prep, reorganize, drink some water, and then we go out all night, and it's like, at least there's a room involved.
Yeah.
This is just going from car to train to walking, walking to a bar stool back to walking back to train back to car. So once again, fun. It would have been fun. It's just too long.
I think it's just a bit too much for our old bodies at this point. Well, this week you brought us the one you were talking about last week.
So this is part 2 of last week's, the AO whiskey from Pilot House, Astoria, Oregon. So I got my hands on a bottle of their, started off as AO, but this one is Come Hell or High Water. So it's the same juice as before, but they've taken a page out of Jefferson series that they age on. I thought it was just fishing vehicles, but Jefferson, after reading up on it, it's just a boat.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Could be a cargo boat.
Yeah.
Could be a fishing boat.
Yeah.
Could be a little
research
dinghy.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they age them on boats. So they kind of, I don't want to say stole it, but they took that same idea. If anyone knows anything about Astoria, Oregon, it's a humongous fishing port.
Yep.
And one of the craziest bars in the country, right? Because it's where the Columbia River meets the Pacific Ocean.
Yep.
So, like,
great salmon.
if you know anything about that area, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because you have this humongous river feeding into the ocean, and crazy shit goes down. But yeah, Astoria, huge fishing port here in Oregon and on the West Coast. So yeah, they when I was asking some info from my buoy rep, I was like, how many do they do, and is it the same boat, and tried to ask so many questions, and every time it's different. The bottle is kind of cool because it will tell you most of the information.
Yeah.
We know that the bottle that we have right here, it is bottle 738 from their batch 18, and it was bottled just recently, November 15th, 2025. So
Okay.
It did come from a fishing vessel. I don't know how many barrels. He told me it's anywhere between 1 to 5, depending on how much size or extra space, each captain has, and, crabbing boat has a lot of pots that take up floor space on the vessels. So
Yeah.
we know this is, we did a little research from this vessel. It actually, ironically, just left Astoria late last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't have a port where it's going to. It's from Alaska originally. It's called the FV. What do we?
Tassinge.
Tassinge. That's what we're gonna go with. So if the boat captain out there is listening and we butchered their name, I apologize, but the font is a little funky.
Yeah. Also, we're not that smart.
And we're not that smart. But we do know that it was on that fishing boat, did a little research. Originally from Alaska, and it sounds like it just pretty much predominantly stays on the West Coast. And ironically, we just found some information that it was in Astoria for about 4 hours. I'm guessing either drop off a load or, I don't know, crew or whatever fishing boats do. And it took off yesterday. So these barrels was on that boat, and they were doing some fishing for crab and salmon. So kind of fun, kind of interesting. Like I said, we did have a bottle. It's gone, of the Jefferson.
Yeah.
So theirs is the ocean aged at sea.
Yeah.
So this is
on an actual fishing vessel, smaller boat, a little bit more action on the waves.
Yep. So the cool thing about these, and I guess we're going to get into it once we drink, but it's the constant motion. It says these fishing boats, or just boats in general, They give it a nice, unique interaction
Yeah.
with the constant rocking, the saltwater air, the different temperature shifts, the motion. So it's going to be kind of funny. And it was my bad. I guess I should have left the just straight AO up here or brought it with me, but my mind. We were talking before I got a lot going on right now. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm fucking surprised I brought this bitch with me. So it would be maybe next time we'll do something different, but like maybe pre-recording. Maybe we'll try a little bit
side by
and
side,
just to say, and that see if there's an actual difference, because I know it was only a week ago, but I've drank a lot in the last 7 days.
Well, the next few days aren't going to be much easier.
No, like I said, man, this. Luckily, there's a famous little dive bar just up the street from the high school that we're going to be at. So the schedule doesn't look that long. Kate just shared it with me, but it sounds like I might. I
think in between the last of the dances and when the sparks go, I think we've got a little bit of time there. We can run up to a dive bar.
Yeah, literally, it's just on the corner of whatever the road that runs in between the high school is and the main one.
Yeah.
So it's super, I don't know,
all right.
2-minute drive. So.
Yeah. No, I'm in for a nice little dive bar.
So, I don't know. Well, shit. Should we try this bad boy out?
Let's do it, baby.
All right. Do a little solo cheers with you. So it did still have that same. I do remember vividly that the sweetness.
Yeah.
With the straight AO whiskey, and when I put the glass to my lips for the first time, I definitely got that sweet nose. I don't know if it was as sweet though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember, it has a little bit of a. I don't even know how to describe the finish.
Yeah. There's a little bit more char imparted to it.
I'm wondering if that's with the motion. It says that a little bit that I read up on it, rocking back and forth, especially if this was bottled in November. So I'm guessing they were out there, fall and early winter.
Yeah.
When the sea's not very smooth and like glass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fishing out on the northern Oregon coast in the month of November, man.
Yeah.
This shit was probably rocking. And that's supposed to all, that consistent rocking on the ship. It says that it churns the liquid and it increases the interaction with the barrel wood. So you figure all that shit literally constant, because it's not like you can turn off the swells. Once you leave the little jetty wall where it's smooth, it's go time until you get back to the port.
I got a good story on a fishing vessel for you.
Okay.
So when Joanna and I were first married, before we had kids, my in-laws said they wanted to take us out fishing on the Oregon coast, down south, kind of near Gold Beach area.
Okay.
And they wanted to take us out to go a little bit of rock fishing, but also halibut fishing. Well, they charter a boat, so it's the whole family. So it's my in-laws, Joanna and I, my brother-in-law and his wife, my sister-in-law and her husband, and we're all going out on this boat to go, fish for halibut and rockfish. Well, apparently a good half, if not more, of this family and extended family don't do well on boats.
Oh, man.
And nobody bothered to do like the prep work where you get like the ginger chews and the you get the motion sickness bands and that kind of stuff. Nobody did any of that stuff. So we got, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes into this boat ride, out as soon as we're out of the harbor and the boat starts to pitch up and down, half of them start to turn real fucking green. Like,
really?
Real green. And my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law's husband, my father-in-law, Joanna, my sister, like so many of them all of a sudden are like, this isn't going to work. And the captain comes out, he goes, just so you know, we've got about an hour and a half ride out to the fishing spot. And I'd look at one of my brother-in-laws and I'm like, It's an hour and a half of rocking back and forth. I wonder how this is going to end up. Not 5 minutes later, my father-in-law walks to the side of the boat and just like projectiles off the side of the boat and comes back in, to the center of the boat. And he's like, all right, that's much better. I feel so much better now. And then eats a chocolate protein bar. 5 minutes later, he goes back to the side of the boat and does the same thing again, except this time it's just all the chocolate bar. My one brother-in-law was sick the whole way out, and by the time we were fishing, halibut fishing, super simple, especially on a charter. You drop your line and it hits the bottom, and you kind of bob it on the bottom of the ocean, try and get the attention of one of the halibut down there. He's reeling. He ended up catching a 95-pound halibut that day.
Okay.
But he's reeling this thing in, and it's reel, brah, reel, brah. And so we're all joking. We're like, he's chumming the water. And his fish gets up there, and, we've all fished out already. We've all caught our one fish limit. His gets up there, and it's this big 95-pound halibut, and he's like, see? Chum in the water. I got the biggest fish. And then we had an hour and a half back where it was just the same stuff. Did
they kiss the dock when they finally got off the boat?
Oh my God. I can't believe anybody ate that night. They were just so sad looking. But best fish and chips I've ever had.
Oh, halibut, yes. Shout out halibut fish and chips, man.
Yeah, fresh out the ocean.
I'm a sucker for any fish and chip, but if I could pick, halibut always, unless it's tuna season.
Oh.
There's a place on the coast. I'm going to give a quick shout out, South Jetty Dining Room and Bar, during tuna season. I haven't been out there for a few years, but they used to have the most killer tuna fish and chips, and I didn't even care about the price, right? For some good fresh, it was right behind what is there fishing? Oh, South Jetty. I guess it's just South Jetty. It was where Free Willy. It's famous for the robot whale when it jumped over the jetty. That was at the South Jetty, and it's literally 2 blocks away from the bar. So they have a really good relationships with the fishermen when they come in.
Yeah.
They get super fresh stuff. So, man, I was fortunate enough to be there a few times. When literally the tuna's coming in the back door, right?
It's still flopping at that point.
And, dude, the tuna, I like tuna. I never really thought about tuna fish and chips, but, oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh, see, now I'm getting freaking hungry. I just had lunch before I came up here.
No, I remember when I was younger, my parents took us to Scotland, and we were up in the very kind of north end of Scotland on a coastal town, and we went to go get fish and chips, and the back of the place that we were getting fish and chips at just had this giant roll-up door because it backed up to the dock, and the fishermen would just bring the cod straight from their boat, drop it off at the back door of this place, and be like, all right, well, that's 40 pounds or something of cod, so write us a check tomorrow and we'll bring you more.
That's so cool.
Holy shit, that was good fish and chips too, because it's, when the fish are really fresh and you heat up that little bit of fat that's in between the layers of meat, and so it's just super flaky and perfect. Oh, fat kid fish and chips.
No, seafood just in general, if it's fresh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it hasn't been frozen, and it's still good, because that's how most of it, especially if you don't live on a state that backs water.
Yeah.
Right? But you can tell if you're fortunate enough to be in a state that has a coast right next to you, and restaurants that actually get, fresh deliveries where they're not buying it after it's been processed and flash frozen and then boxed and then shipped from, the cannery or whatever to the distributor, and then the distributor to the restaurant. I mean, that's how pretty much all of the food is done. But if you can find those diamonds in the rough when they're literally dropping it off from boat to kitchen, dude, there's nothing better.
There is nothing better.
There's absolutely nothing better. I'm such a seafood junkie that fresh seafood, it's hard to it's freaking hard to beat.
Yep. Fully agree. But, you got to eat what is in the area that you're at. Like Jackson learned the hard way when you're, in the middle of the country, don't order salmon. Like, don't order, wild Alaskan salmon when you're in North Carolina. That's just not going to be a thing.
Madison always waits when she comes home from Arizona. She likes to do seafood boils, and she's like, "Yeah, there's a place in Arizona, and it's pretty good." I was like, "Yeah, just wait till you get home, and then we could do a seafood boil here." Not that it's probably, where we go, it's probably been in the system.
Yeah,
but it's like, I don't know. I'd rather it be in the system from Oregon coast to, Cisco and Wilsonville, and then Wilsonville to Tiger, than coast to, airport, airport plane, fly somewhere in the country. Then it goes to a holding distributor, and then it sits there until said restaurant orders that item, and it's still good. Just wait till you get home. Don't waste your money on a seafood boil in Phoenix, Arizona.
No. Hard pass.
That's what we should do. Pre-COVID, man, the breweries, a lot of breweries, would do stuff for their accounts and do some fishing trips, and got a few in over the years. But coming out of COVID and trying to get back to normal, and budgets have been cut and everything else, there hasn't been a lot of opportunities. But God, maybe we should go fishing. I haven't been fishing for a long ass time on a boat.
Yeah,
it is so much fun. The last time I went, it was in Cabo, and it was the biggest, I don't want to call it a disaster, but we didn't catch anything. So it was literally and I think we looked back on it, talk about sobering up for the Seattle trip. So we were at a resort, my favorite resort down there, and there was a huge group of us. This was right before we opened tap. So this is probably 12 years ago. And it is a timeshare. And every time we would go down to the buffet, the main guy, he would always be like, "Hey, how long are you guys here? Do you want to do a presentation?" And we're like, "Nah, man, we're good. We're not, we're not a market for a timeshare. We're just here, and you can skip us."
Yeah.
By about the third day of it, I was like, "All right, here we go. This is what we want. If you can supply us," we told them, the girls, each girl with us, because we had three couples, a single lady, we had a mom, so we had a decent sized group. We were like, "All right, you supply the women with $500 gift cards to the spa here.
Yep.
The three guys, we want a private charting boat. We don't want to be sharing anything with anyone.
Yeah.
But we want a private boat, and we want to go out and do some marlin fishing. And if you can meet all these demands, we'll sit through." I guess hindsight too, we should have asked our significant others if this was a good option, because we just pitched this thinking they were going to say no.
Yeah.
So he goes, "Oh, okay, well, let me check with some people. I'll get an answer to you before you're done with your breakfast." So sure as shit, he came up to the table. He was like, "Done. Got you guys a boat for, the next day or the day after that. I forgot when. Gift cards will drop off to your room for the spas for all the ladies." And I forgot there was one other thing that we asked for, and they met all the requirements. So sure as shit, we woke up at the ass crack at dawn. Luckily, our resort did boxed lunches, and we literally had there was only 3 of us going, but we made them do 6 boxed lunches, because we figured if we wanted an extra one or give some to the crew. And we told them we needed beer to go along with it and bottled water, because we knew we were going to be out there all day. And it was so funny because they did all that for us, got to the frickin' dock, got on the boat, and we were still so hungover and drunk from the night before, and totally thought, and this is what brought it up, I was like, "Man, we're all vomiting. There's no way that any of us are going to survive this day." And luckily for us, it was pretty freaking calm day. But we're now almost 100% convinced that the guy that booked it through the timeshare must have told these guys, because we had to go to the presentation.
Yeah.
And none of us bought.
Yeah.
So I think there was an additional call made that said, hey, these fucking guys that are coming on the boat tomorrow,
They didn't fucking buy.
give them like the shittiest trip that you can possibly do. Like just coast. Don't even use gas on these guys, right? So we get on, we have our beer, we have our box lunches, dude, we're passing out cervezas, we're having a good time. And I remember asking the guys that, they baited the hooks for us.
Yeah.
I don't think we were paying attention. I don't even know if there was bait on the hooks. Like
they just put them out there.
I think we were totally set up for failure on this. And I remember cruising around for like 3 or 4 hours. Nothing. Not a bite. We'd pull it in. They're like, oh, the bait's off. And I'm like, did anyone see them put bait on the hook? So we're literally just trolling back and forth. And then we tried to convince them. We were asking them, we're like, hey, we were in Cabo. We said, how far is Puerto Vallarta? Or where's Puerto Vallarta? And they're like, it's starboard side. I was like, can we go there instead? And just go get some fish tacos and we'll buy guys around. They're like, we're not going to Puerto Vallarta. And I was like, well, come on, we're not catching anything. And I remember coming back into the fucking marina and we had so much bait and just shit supplies, right? For the whole day of fishing that the crew was cool at this point. They go, you guys want to see something really cool? And as we were pulling in, they had hit the fish on the back of the boat. And I can't remember. I know there's a difference, but I don't remember if it was a sea otter or a sea lion.
Sea lion, not a seal.
So, all right. So they would come and as
sea otters are the cute little guys.
Okay, yeah. No, this was a big old sumbitch.
Yeah, sea lion.
So they would come up, jump on the swim platform, and we were feeding them. And they would do that with all the fishing vessels. They were like so tame, right?
Yeah.
Because all the tourist boats, it was kind of like the last hurrah, right? If you caught something awesome, if not, you can at least see a little wildlife on your way back to the dock. So literally, we were out there all day, never fully hydrated from the night before.
Yeah.
Got, more drunk on top of whatever we were feeling from the start of the trip. But I was like, dude, at least we got to see that. That was pretty cool. Fucking fishing.
Yeah, no, I suck at it, so if I ever catch anything, it's just fucking dumb luck. It's the same kind of winning streak that I get with the lottery. Every once in a while, it's like, woohoo, $8, baby.
Yeah, the three of us, when we talk here and there about that trip, because we reminisce on it, it was such a good trip just overall, and that was kind of the most funny part of the trip. I was like, man, the only thing we caught all day was a buzz.
Hey, that counts.
No, that counts, like I said, and it was free because we got it through the resort. So I was like, I feel like we still, it should have been just, instead of them calling it a fishing excursion, it should have just been like a
booze cruise.
Harbor
booze
cruise.
Booze cruise with fishing in air quotes.
That's right. And you can see a sea lion at the end of the day if you boys are good.
We are entertained so easily. Beer and a sea lion? Fuck yeah.
Fucking that sounds like a good 8-hour long day. All fucking summer. I remember at one point we were like, can we go down? Like, we had hats and we did bring long, like we didn't know we were fishing. So luckily it was a beautiful day, but it was summer. So it was, if it's hot, it's humid. And dude, we were just sitting on the back of the boat. We were taking turns. I think they only had 2 chairs on the back, and there was 3 of us. We were kind of rotating on the nice, comfy chair, and it was like, I'm just gonna stand as close to the pilot house as possible and try to find that little triangle wedge of shade that it casts.
Yep.
And just hide from the sun while I drink this Pacifico.
Oh fuck. Well, we should take a little break.
Hell yeah, we're already there. Let's take a break.
All right.
The Whiskey and Wine podcast is brought to you by Tapforia, Tigard, Oregon's first growler tap house. Founded in 2014, Tapforia has 28 taps, including beer, wine, cider, seltzer, and kombucha. Did you know that they are a bottle shop as well now? Stop in for a pint, glass, growler, or a 4, 6, or 12-pack of the latest and greatest offerings of our local breweries. Located on Highway 99W in Tigard. Visit tapforia.com and follow them on social media to see what they have on tap each day. Tapforia, craft beer and wines.
Boom. Back in recline position. Back with golf on, bourbon, cell phone. I feel like this is my little base of operation right now.
This is not a bad base of operation. Like I keep hoping that I'll find one of those jobs that I can just do from home that does really well. And this would be my commute, is up to this office every day.
Yeah, it's not a bad commute.
Yeah, turn on the TV, turn on the lamps, think about, when I get to noon, what can I pour myself? And, I can just see trying to get on a Zoom call here and everybody's like, wait. What's your office? Like, oh, this, and then just have to take the camera and pan it around. Like, yeah, this is the whiskey room. It's quite nice. Wait, when are we having a meeting at your place?
Never.
Not with you fuckers. You'll drink it all.
That's right.
So, during the break, your story about, or my story about throwing up on a fishing vessel, or like everybody getting hammered or whatever, it reminded me of that same trip when we went to Scotland as a family when I was younger. So we had rented a car in Edinburgh, and my parents' idea was to drive us around like all of Scotland, like go up one coast and up around the top, and then come down the other coast and back to Edinburgh. And on the second to last day, we were stopping for gas somewhere. And, one rental car it's a right-hand drive, since they drive on the left side of the road there. So my dad is already not doing a good job driving. It has been worrisome, to say the least, in some of the like smaller roads where it's like, there's a rock wall on each side of the road, and he's just kind of driving in the middle, and then another car comes on, and he gets to the right, and it's like, no, other way,
left,
to go towards your left, where we're definitely gonna die against that semi truck. So second to the last day, we stop, we get some gas. My brother decides, in his infinite wisdom, he's in 5th grade at this point, he gets a bag of pickled onion chips.
Yummy.
From the gas station.
Okay.
And he is sitting up front, because it was his turn to sit up front, right? And he's sitting up front, he's eating these chips, and all of a sudden he turns to my dad and he goes, I think I'm going to be sick. And because everything's just backwards for my dad, he can't figure out where the window button is.
What side do I pull over?
He's like reaching with his left hand for the window button, but it's actually on his right hand. He starts to pull over to the right, and my mom's yelling at him, no, Rick, to the left. You have to go to the left so he can get out on the side of the road. So he's swerving all over the road, and just before he comes to a stop, my brother just blasts
doesn't
the
make
dash.
it. God.
Like, just full. Like, that was lunch, that was the chips, that was everything was there into this rental car. So we pull over, we use every napkin and floor mat that we can find to try and mop this stuff up. We get to the hotel, try and get some cleaning supplies from the housekeepers to try and clean this thing up. And it was a little bit rainy that night, but it was dry enough that we just left all the windows down in the rental car. We're like, we don't give a shit. It's a rental car.
Yeah, you can't have that chain reaction vomit.
Yeah, no, we don't need more. Like, we get in the car and we're just gonna puke all the way to the airport.
Yep.
So we left the windows open all night, got in there, drove with windows mostly down all the way back to Edinburgh, which is like an hour and a half drive.
Oh shit! All right.
In the cold, everything, we're all in our parkas, freezing our asses off in this fucking rental car. We get back to the rental car place, and we drop it off, and my dad just kind of tosses the key to the guy, and he's like, you may want to take a look at that and have it cleaned. And we just leave. And I'm like, don't we need to like fill out a form or anything? He's like, nah, they'll bill me. Like, didn't even want to make eye contact with the guy. Like, here's the keys. Yep. You might want to take a look at that one.
Don't put that one right back out for use.
You're gonna want to write with your crayon on that windshield.
Oh, vomit in the rental car. I love it.
Well, that's what a rental car's for, I guess.
Something. Gotta have a little fun with those rental cars.
Ugh. Man. Yeah. No, driving with him. He even pulled did you ever watch the movie European Vacation?
Oh yeah.
Remember when he gets stuck on the roundabout and he's like, "Oh, look, kids, Big Ben."
Yeah.
There's Parliament. My dad did that as a joke. So we get into this roundabout, and he's like, look, kids, Parliament. And we're like, ha, ha, ha. He's like, there's Big Ben. Like, ha, ha. And he does it again. And we're like, all right, that's funny. And then all of a sudden, he's like, oh, shit, I can't get out of this lane. And he's trying to get over to get us out of the roundabout. He's like, God damn, people won't let me over. We're like, okay, Dad, it's not funny anymore. And he's like, it's not a joke anymore. I'm really trying to get out. And my mom's in the back going, I don't feel so good, Rick. You might want to get out of the roundabout. Like, holy shit.
You had a real life Lampoon's freaking experience. See?
Yeah, because he was trying to be funny and he fucked it up.
So freaking funny. Yeah, dude, that whole left-hand, right-hand side, driving on those small roads. And haven't been there, but when we were visiting some friends in the UK, we kind of split up the trip, and they came to Heathrow to pick us up, and then we ended up staying in London for, I forgot, 5 days or so, did all the tourist stuff, and then we went back to Heathrow where they had their cars because they lived about an hour north of London.
Yeah.
So it was kind of the first major experience driving like not just around town in a cab for, a mile or two, but being on the left-hand side for like an hour, and I was just like, this is so weird. And they had a little Honda Accord, and not only was it right driver, but it was a manual.
Oh.
And I kept telling him because his wife let me have shotgun since I'm a fucking ogre. So I had front row seat to this, and I was like, Mike, I'm going to have to drive this at some point before we go to Paris. And he's like, yeah, the town that we live in, I forgot the name of it, but we'll go do some exploring there, and we'll go about there. So it was like the second day that we got to their town. And we're going to go to a short. Oh, he wanted to take me to it. They had a tap house, and they would have Portland beer there from time to time.
Oh.
So we ended up going. He's like, we're going to drive. And I was like, sweet. And I kind of forgot that I told him a day or two prior that I wanted to drive. He goes, hey, you want to drive there? That way you can drink and you don't have to drive back. And I was like, how far is it? He's like, it's just, a few miles on the other side of town.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I drove manuals. I didn't have my first automatic until Maddie was born, and she was born in 2004, and I started driving in late 90s.
Yeah.
So I mean, I had an 8-year stretch or so of only driving manual. So it wasn't a lack of knowing how to drive a manual.
Yeah.
It was a lack of how the fuck do I shift this thing with my left hand?
It's so wrong.
It felt so weird, man. I can brush my teeth. I'm not ambidextrous, but I can only write with the right. But I feel like I could do other things. Dude, driving a manual, it literally took me damn near the whole way to get to this guy's tap house to even feel somewhat comfortable. And I was just like, because I remember the first thing I asked him, I was like, all right, since everything's fucked up here, are the pedals still? He's like, yes, there's nothing wrong with the pedals. It's still, gas, brake, clutch, right to left. So that's all the same.
Okay,
because
good.
the only thing that's different is you're shifting with your left. Oh my, I felt like that new time of learning how to drive a manual, right? I was so weird to me.
It's like trying to pat your head and rub your belly. You're all of a sudden you're having to force like something that is just so natural. Like you're like, I hear the revs going up. All right, and just an easy shift.
You're not looking
now
at the tack. You're just you're hearing things, right? And I kept pushing in the clutch with the left foot. That felt natural. And then I'd grab the door handle with my right. I'm like, oh shit, that's not it. So then I'd be so fucked up. I'd try to reach my right, and I'm like, no, we can do this. So left. Oh god, it's first, the second, and second. Oh god.
Now I gotta go back into the same gear because I've slowed down too much because I suck at this. this.
It was such, and he goes, dude, it took me so long to get used to it, because I think he had manual cars back here in the state, and he goes, it's so funny, this natural thing that he was used to doing.
Yep.
Here in the U.S. before they moved over there. And he goes, dude, it is super weird. And he goes, but once you get, he says, 30, 40 minutes of it. And then he goes, it was harder for me to figure out the left than the right. That was, he said, was a bigger learning curve. But I was like, bro, it was, because I was so focused. I remember I've never done this, right? So I'm like, oh God, I have to try to do this in a manual. So it took everything in my, just everything to keep the car on the left.
You're you're tired afterwards.
I was worn out, and thank God he didn't make me drive back, 'cause I had a few beverages at his tap house.
Yeah, well, that may have been on purpose so that you didn't have
I'm
to
like,
drive
oh, shucks, I can't get us home. And the weirdest part about his tap house, God, I didn't know I was going to tell this story, so I don't have all my facts. But whatever town it was super cool, because they did growler fills, but their growlers there are plastic jugs. They literally look like a milk jug.
Oh.
Plastic lid, plastic container. So he brought it with us. We filled it up, and the guy thought I was like just the coolest person, because here I had Tap 4 at the time, and he wanted to talk about beers, and his wall was organized in such a way that it was by country. And then when you got to the United States section of cans and bottles, he did a very good job of organizing them from where they were in the United States, so what states they came from. And I was so intrigued. I'm like, how do you get, I forgot what it was. It was one of our Portland, I think it was actually Portland Brewing at the time.
Oh.
And I was like, how do you get this stuff? Because I was just like, he goes, I get mystery pallets that I order from New York or wherever on the East Coast. And he goes, it's just beer. He goes, I don't really have specifics, because a lot of times it's stuff that they will either have that, every distributor always has that one or two case you just can't quite get rid of, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, literally, he goes, I don't know what I get a lot of the times. He goes, I'll order a pallet of microbrews from the United States, and he goes, it just shows up. It shows up. So he's like, it's kind of like Christmas every time I get a delivery, if I'm not working with one of the local UK distributors. And a lot of times they would be from that too. But he was like, yeah, I don't really get. So it was just super cool. I remember taking all these pictures of like this random beer, and then I would tag him like enjoying a Widmer here in frickin' UK, and everyone's like, did you bring that to them? And I was like, no, found it at this damn local tap house and bottle shop, filling milk jugs to take back to his house. Weird, but fun.
That's so fun. That's so much fun. But I mean, that just goes to show you, no matter where you're at, you could find stuff. I mean, when we were in Italy, we'd be looking for whiskey, and we're Derek and I are staring at the back bar at this restaurant, and the bartender will be like, "What are you looking for?" I'm like, "Oh, we're just seeing what whiskeys you've got or stuff." And he's like, "Oh, I have this really good one, the Jack Daniels." Like, oh, yeah, oh, that's lovely. All right, never mind. What do you have that's a good local something? And like, wow, this one's very nice. And like, holy fuck. Yeah, that's smooth. Oh, God.
Yeah, the only hard part about UK, I had a great time there, drank a lot of, of course, when you're somewhere, we were just talking about eating local. I like eating and drinking local. I just wish they didn't have such a hatred toward refrigeration. I mean, I don't mind almost any temperature of beer, but I found myself, you can't drink them at a normal rate.
No,
when I say a
it's
normal rate,
much,
sitting
much
around,
slower.
right? It's just room temperature. I was like, it just wasn't refreshing enough. And we had this
especially
major
on a warm
heat wave.
day. Yeah,
it was super hot when we were there, and I remember walking around London and Paris and going all over, and we'd stop into these little bodegas, and they had the same type of single or double door glass cooler. Reach in, you open the door, and we were just drinking water to try to hydrate, and I'd grab that first water. I'm like, I'm fucking a sticky, sweaty mess, right? We're doing all the tourist stuff in Paris, the Eiffel Tower, the catacombs, the Louvre, this, that, I just wanted ice cold water, and I couldn't find ice cold water anywhere. I'm like, why do you guys hate refrigeration? You have refrigerators.
Yeah.
You just keep them on like the lowest setting known to man.
Just like, do you have ice? No.
I was
Why?
like, is it something with their power grid? I think I asked Mike that because there are Airbnbs and VRBOs. Instead of here in the States where they just give you the code, right? And you just let yourself in. They'd always like to meet you there and give you a quick little tour. You know, this is the bathroom, and this is how you work this. And it was nice, but it was always like as soon as they left, my boy Mike would go straight to the refrigerator, and he's like, fucking crank this son of a bitch down. And I'm like, oh, thank God. At least when we come back at the end of the day or the night or whatever.
Yeah, the beer that we put in there or the water that we put in there.
We could have a nice ice cold beer or water instead of just drinking everything room temperature out and about.
Yeah, no, that took a bit. I mean, there's something fun and quaint and wonderful about just having a pint at a little bar or something like that in England or wherever you're at. But, you know, like I was a little bit jealous of JoJo and her Aperol spritzes that she was on. Like, I'm not a big Aperol spritz, but there was always ice in the motherfucker. Like, no matter where we were, Italy, Spain, you know, France, England, no matter where we are, there was always ice in her fucking drink. And I'm like, well, my beer's a lovely 75.
You just have to get through like a third and be like, I know this is a weird. Can you top this beer off with some ice?
Wait, why are you kicking me out?
You don't drink beer with ice in a pub. Well, I need a little colder than it is right now.
Like, why is the water coming out of your faucet in the bathroom colder than the water that you're serving me from the bar?
Yeah, no, very weird.
Do you have a heater under there?
Like
are you warming it up on purpose?
I guess we're just spoiled dumb Americans, but I do like refrigeration.
It's the simple things.
Yep. I'm not high maintenance. Just if I want a cold beer, I need a cold beer.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking January, and I show up to tap, and if you were going to serve me a warm beer, I might still kick you in the nuts. What the fuck are you doing, Mike? Like, well, I decided to go European, and I turned off the refrigeration back here.
I'm going to show you PG. I'm cutting my bill in half.
Oh. Well, what do you think?
I don't know.
I don't think my palate is sophisticated enough to know like a specific difference between the two.
Well, and like I said, that was my bad. I knew I was bringing this up. I should have either just brought both of them last week or left the one. I didn't plan ahead very well because I do feel like I need to revisit the AO by itself.
Well, let's next time we'll just before we record the next episode, let's just do it. Just to do it to, so we can like, oh, okay, that's the difference.
Because going off memory, I remember he loved it. It didn't have that Kentucky hug.
No.
So that's why he had 3 glasses, I think.
I know, usually
or pours, right?
Yeah, but what you and I pour for each other, like what we drink during an episode versus what he drank during an episode, like I don't know that I'd be doing too good if I drank that many, but I'm also not 21, so
that's right. That helps. So I mean, as far as heat, neither one had heat. So if you like a nice smooth whiskey,
yeah, good malty flavor.
This is right up your alley. Yep, we haven't done a lot of single malts, right? So that's a little different from kind of our everyday stuff that we do from on most episodes. The story's cool. I mean, I do like having a local company doing what Jefferson does, right? Like, the story of sticking it on a boat and letting it slosh around in
and
barrels.
a local boat, which is fun, and you know, all of that is very cool.
All that, dude, the story itself, complete platinum. Like, it's just cool to have somebody in our state doing something that we could only find 2 other places that do this.
Do it, yeah.
So from our short Google researching, there's literally there's only 3.
No. You refer to that as our research department.
That's right. Our research department
could only find 2 others.
Yeah, so 3 altogether. So, I mean, it's very cool. I do like how this bottle does list, you know, it was on this boat. This boat was fishing for these critters. So it's cool. I mean, all of that is super, super, super cool. Still sweet, which nothing against sweet. It's just not my everyday go-to. I could not find anything on this batch. So the closest I could find, Alex, was the previous batch on 17. So I did pull up some stats from Pilot House Distilling out in Astoria. So last batch, and I'm guessing it's line priced, 17 with $75 a bottle. That one was released, actually not. That one was released in August, August 2nd, 2025, and our batch here on 18 was November 15th, 2025. But yeah, batch 17,
Okay.
$75 for the bottle. It was on South Bay fishing boat, and it was fishing for crab, shrimp, and stable fish. What the fuck's a stable fish?
Yeah. Okay.
Never heard of that. So this one's not even on. In other words, if you want to try what we're trying right now,
Good fucking luck.
I don't know. I could send you my rep's name and number from Bowie, because we were fortunate enough that we did not have to drive to Astoria or have this shipped. This was a gift to the podcast because I was already had their AO, and I was hopefully going to try to get one of these come hell or high water. I just hadn't pulled the trigger on ordering one, so they were very kind, brought one over to tap for us to try. So it was, I mean, like I said, it's cool. I like the bottle.
Yep.
Right. The whole fishing boat is cool.
Availability, not great.
Yeah. I mean, for you to try it, like I said, you got to buy it pretty much through their website.
Yeah.
$75. Don't know what shipping is.
Yeah, $75 is up there in price too. So
it's one of those cool bottles to have on the shelf just for the conversation of hey, this was on a boat that was fishing for salmon somewhere out in the Pacific.
There's not a ton of American single malts out there.
No, not at all.
So I like that that's there too. So there's a lot about it that is very neat, but the availability and the price are a little poor. So I don't know. For me, I think I'm gonna go with the same score that we gave the original AO. Is a gold.
That's exactly what I was gonna plant it, man. I feel like you take everything about it, story, bottle, juice, kind of everything.
It's got a lot of very cool aspects to it. It just gets a little bit of a ding for price and availability. So yeah, gold. I mean, solid gold, baby. Solid
gold, man. Well, nice job, Pilot House. Here.
Yeah. Cheers.
Let's lock that in.
Cheers, boys. Well done.
Absolutely. That was, like I said, that was a fun little, I will be 1,000% honest. I didn't know, I knew about Pilot House, but I did not know anything that they did, the fishing boat, barrels. So.
Yeah. Love it.
So that was kind of a cool, little thing.
That was a cool little side quest, Mike. Oh shit. Well done, sir. Let's see, we got one more day, and then we've got our dance comp. Yay. in Clackamas.
Hey, thank God it's close.
Yeah. I mean, it's not far. It's not
a pretty short day, and the fact that it's one day. So you know what?
And all the dances are back to back to back to back to back to back, which is great.
So no, this is a nice kind of calm before the storm, because end of the month, Seattle, and I am
Yep.
going to that Seattle one. And then before we know it, 1 week after that
Crab feed
is our frickin' crab feed
and
/ Super Bowl.
You guys are gonna get a couple episodes out of that weekend. Ooh. Ooh. I'm hoping we get a guest or two out of that. We'll see. We'll hope. We'll cross our fingers and play nice.
Well, we can recruit. You'll know people there. We can recruit either someone at the crab feast.
Or somebody who's planning on going with us to the crab feed.
Yeah, we have some options.
Yeah. No, we've got options. So we'll get somebody on there, but that's also the biggest shit show of a fucking episode because we're a little rough on the way back.
Oh, and that's gonna be beautiful.
Sweat and butter.
Oh, I can't wait. I feel like I need to call my primary care physician and see if I can get some cholesterol medicine just for this adventure.
Yeah, can I just get a week's worth? I'm gonna do a little prep.
I want to do
a little
prep,
after.
Yeah. Do you guys have any type of rotor-rooters to help butter go down easier? Because we see what it does when you leave it on the table.
Yeah, what's it going to do when we put 3 cups of that or more down our system? Oh,
God. And last year we had so many cups at different stages of from ice or room temperature, right?
Yep.
To freshly out of, I'm guessing they must be like a fucking kettle back there that they just ladle, right?
Oh, yeah.
But we had them, and we could have did a whole high school science project on just the different states of the butter last year.
Oh, my God. They were so fucking annoyed with us. Can we get some more butter over here?
I love the fact that we just asked for crab like 10 times at the kids said, all right, enough's enough. And they just started leaving cookie sheets for you and I. They're like, God, this should hopefully calm these fatties down for at least a half hour, for fuck's sakes.
8 minutes later, Garçon, we need more butter and more crab.
Maybe I should bring, Kate has this freaking thing. She must have got it on Amazon. It's like a warming plate.
Oh,
but it's made for candles.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I wonder if we should bring those for our butter.
Is it battery powered, or should we bring an extension cord? Plug it in an extension cord.
We'll sit along the wall there. We came prepared, people.
Just put 5 of them under there. It'll keep them
that's
warm.
all. Yeah, we won't be high demand this year and ask for.
Kate will be so
butter.
happy when we bring that candle warmer back and it smells like crab and booze.
Just literally just chunks of Dungeness kind of baked into it. Oh well.
Oh, yep. we're a ton of fun.
Yes, we are.
A metric ton. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening to another episode of the Whiskey and Wine Podcast. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Check out the website. If you guys want to come on, let us know. We're open for guests, and if you got suggestions, we'll fucking take them.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week.
Next week. Cheers, everyone.